Ancestors, we call on you to fight the fight on our behalf. Ancestors, we call on you to walk on our enemies. Asheo.
All the way from Africa land, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. Walk on them, 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 Yoruba ancestors, 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 walk on them, 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 walk on them. Ancestors, we call on you. Ancestors, we call on you. You came across the middle passage. Ancestors, we call on you. Some are shown up about some are show. Ancestors, we call on you. From this land of Trinidad, great warriors, we call on you. Walk on them, 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 Yoruba ancestors, 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 walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. Great mother, we call on you. Million now we call on you. Your children crying, dreaming. Great mother, we call on you. When we pour this libation, we do it for the nation. From the four corners of Trinidad, great mothers, we call on you. Walk on them, 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 Yoruba ancestors, 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 walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them.
Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe oshunshila. Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe agbatani. Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe oshunshila. Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe agbatani. Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe oshunshila. Omiawa ibajani ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ àgbàtání.
Omi àwa ìbàjání, ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ Ọ̀ṣun ṣílẹ̀. Omi àwa ìbàjání yẹ, ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ àgbàtání.
Omi àwa ìbàjání, ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ Ọ̀ṣun ṣílẹ̀. Omi àwa ìbàjání yẹ, ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ àgbàtání.
Omi àwa ìbàjání, ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ Ọ̀ṣun ṣílẹ̀. Omi àwa ìbàjání yẹ, ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ àgbàtání.
Omi àwa ìbàjání, ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ Ọ̀ṣun ṣílẹ̀. Omi àwa ìbàjání, ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ àgbàtání.
Omi àwa ìbàjání, ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ Ọ̀ṣun ṣílẹ̀. Omi àwa ìbàjání yẹ, ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ àgbàtání.
Omi àwa ìbàjání, ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ Ọ̀ṣun ṣílẹ̀. Omi àwa ìbàjání, ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ àgbàtání.
Omi àwa ìbàjání, ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ Ọ̀ṣun ṣílẹ̀. Omi àwa ìbàjání yẹ, ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ àgbàtání.
Mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀ bá dọ̀ yẹyẹ o. Mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀ bá dọ̀ yẹyẹ o. Mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀ bá dọ̀ yẹyẹ o.
Mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀ bá dọ̀ yẹyẹ o.
Mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀ bá dọ̀ yẹyẹ o.
Mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀ bá dọ̀ yẹyẹ o.
Mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀ bá dọ̀ yẹyẹ o.
Mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀ bá dọ̀ yẹyẹ o.
Mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa yọ, mọ̀ bá dọ̀ yẹyẹ o.
Mọ̀rọ̀ mi máa, mọ̀rọ̀.
Oh diviner, I want to see mother face. I want to see she face.
she hand in a kimbo, she watch me bold. It is you I'm talking to, yes you child. From the journey you can't get away. Ancient rhythm is here to stay. So go back and show the people the ancient rhythm inside of you. To the ancient rhythm, make them move. To the ancient rhythm, make them move. To the ancient rhythm, move to the ancient rhythm. To the ancient rhythm, make them move. To the ancient rhythm, they got to move. To the ancient rhythm, to the drumming of the queen of the ancient rhythm.
I see mother. I see she.
Yo, Alex, go.
Yeah, pues mío. Ye moncha de wa. Ye moncha de wa. Ye moncha de wa. Riwo.
Yeah, pues mío. Ye moncha de wa.
Ye moncha de wa. Ye moncha de wa. Riwo.
Yeah, pues mío. Ye moncha de wa.
Ye moncha de wa. Ye moncha de wa. Riwo.
Yeah, pues mío. Ye moncha de wa.
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 Yeah, pues mío. Ye
Shango, Mojuba, Shango, Oniwalo, Erijaja, Orishako, Erumole, Shango, Mojuba, Iwaloba, Kuso, Shango, Mojuba, Shango, Niwalo, Erijaja, Orishoko, Erumole, Shango, Mojuba, Iwaloba, Kuso. Shango, Mojuba, Baba, Oniwalo, Erijaja, Orishoko, Erumole, Shango, Mojuba, Iwaloba, Kuso. Shango, Mojuba, Shango, Niwalo, Erijaja, Orishoko, Erumole, Shango, Mojuba, Iwaloba, Kuso. Shango, Mojuba, Baba, Niwalo, Erijaja, Orishoko, Erumole, Shango, Mojuba, Iwaloba, Kuso. Shango, Mojuba, Baba, Niwalo, Erijaja, Orishoko, Erumole, Baba Shango, Mojuba, Iwaloba, Kuso.
Daddy,
Yeah.
last night I went to a feast, right? And the things I'm seeing these days is really not like how the feast and them used to carry me in long time, but getting real different. You're seeing a lot of strange things. I mean, compared to a long time, the feast and them used to carry me in. I know they got going out by myself. It's really different, but you know something I just study how feast used to be long ago for you. How them long time days really used to be.
Well, the first thing I could tell you about is that feast was a solemn and serious thing more than today.
Right.
There's a holiness and a worship in the feast taking place. And according to our teachings, even when I was small, my elders always taught me that in this form of worship, that the first set of people we had to call on was the ancestors.
Ancestors, yeah.
They always dealt with the ancestors first, even from during the week before the feast, where before the feast actually started. Yes, they would sing for the ancestors during the feast, but before the feast actually started, they called the ancestors, and that helped to bring the sacredness, the sanctity, as to what feast really is about. And I feel that it was, it was more devotional, but the thing is, the feast began with worship to the ancestors, a veneration of the ancestors, so that we know that we are on a road that our ancestors walk, and we walk in it too.
Right,
and we following them. And so I feel that once that began, and people got into the devotional mood, into the holy mood, into the worship mood, beginning with the ancestors, then the feast had to take a different direction, and people coming would have taken a different direction. And that, to me, is what is missing. Because if the sanctity and the worship come in early in today's day, who knows? That might help it. It might bring people back to the seriousness of what the feast really was.
Marsha, how you quiet so?
Boy, I know get a little vibes there.
What kind of vibes you talking about?
I know get a nice piece of music in my ears there.
Amiba ori ela ogu awa osu iyama iyalo shagbalawa dadawo.
Amiwa ori bela oru awa osu iyama iyalo shagbalawa dadawo.
Amiba ori ela oru awa osu iyama iyalo shagbalawa dadawo.
Amiwa ori bela oru awa osu iyama iyalo shagbalawa dadawo.
Tell me what it is you're hearing now. Or you could hum it. Me hear you.
Ah la 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 la.
Where that come out this morning?
I don't know.
You hear that, girl?
Let me tell you, Daddy carried me in a feast over 16 years ago. I was still going I was now finished right CXC. A lady by the name of Tanti Dainty in Gasperlo. That's the first time I hear that song and the words. And let me see if I can remember the words, boy. Because they don't sing this in Pali, you know, eh? Amiwa ori bela oru awa osu Yama yalo shagbalawa dadawo.
That is the music and all there.
That is the music.
That is it. That is it.
Daddy would be the person to really tell you what they used to use that song for and how it used to be sung long time.
Oh, I want to know where you get that.
That is real old school. That song is a real old school song, but Daddy is the person to explain that song, not.
Well, and that was used to venerate the ancestors even before you started singing for the Orishas at the beginning of feast. It even used to start at the veneration of the ancestors from the week before the feast and every night. But it was also used, it was also sung when they had ancestral pilgrimages, when one shrine used to visit another shrine on an ancestral pilgrimage. So that in our teaching, what we were taught is that in every form of worship, we call the ancestors first. So the feast must be different, because we're not starting the feast where it should start. And we also used to use it. There were ancestral pilgrimages in the past from one shrine to another shrine.
Pilgrimage.
Ancestral pilgrimage.
All right.
Where they're dealing with the ancestors alone. And that was the first song as they enter in. The yard. And you're going into the palace. That was the song. Where that come out with you, girl?
No, I don't know.
Them ancestors are wrong, man.
Yeah. You got you, man. What I got to do is to teach all of the rest.
I want to know the rest.
Call me mama for me. Call me mama for me. Call me mama and call me papa and call me mama for me. Call me mama for me.
It is now a pitiful place. The chant has become a dirge. When eyes are two, they watch events unfold. When legs are two, they walk with heavy treading. When the behinds are two, they sit on a mat. One hand does not jingle. Also, one leg will not walk with a fast treading. We are all called differently. I am asked to kneel and greet those before me. I knelt and greeted those before me. I am asked to kneel and call on those who are behind me. I knelt and called on those who are behind me. They ask, who are those before me? I say it is one's ancestors. Those are the ones who are before me. They asked, who are those behind me? I say it is the Orisha in one's family that are behind me. When the Ethiopian swallow builds its nest, it is suspended in the sky looking at the Creator and looking at the humans on earth. Atangegere kas ifa for Odushola, the child of Aranashe, whose father died when he was a child without knowledge of how to perform divination, and not having been to Ife for the Ifa festival. When all the ritual materials were gathered, he started crying and saying that he did not know what was to be offered first. Ancestors, descend and make this ritual a success for us.
Wala wala mi so, wala mi bo. Koiko karele wo, wala mi so. Wala mi so, wala mi bo. Koiko karele wo, wala mi so. Wala mi bo, koiko karele wo. Wala mi so. Wala mi so. Wala mi bo. koiko karelewo igun wala wala mi so kan shiwalo ye kan shiwale gun kan shiwalo ye kan shiwale gun kan shiwalo bere mi ajare koríko nkoto koikoto koríko nkoto koikoto koríko nkoto koikoto igun bere mi ajare koríko nkoto koikoto koríko nkoto koikoto koríko nkoto koikoto igun bere mi ajare koríko nkoto koikoto koríko nkoto koikoto koríko nkoto koikoto àmì wá orí dẹ̀là òru àwa oṣù ìyá máa ìyá lọ ṣàgbàláwa dáadáa o. Ìyá máa ìyá lọ ṣàgbàláwa dáadáa wo. Àmì wá orí bẹ̀là òru àwa oṣù. Ìyá máa ìyá lọ ṣàgbàláwa dáadáa wo. Àmì wá orí bẹ̀là òru àwa oṣù. Ìyá máa ìyá lọ ṣàgbàláwa dáadáa wo. Lékeleke wo ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀ ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke wo ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀ ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke wo ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀ ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke wo ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀ ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke wo ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀ ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Àwẹ̀ wúwo, àwẹ̀ wúwo, àwẹ̀ wúwo, àwẹ̀ wúwo. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní àwẹ̀ wà o. Lékeleke o, ìyá ibẹ̀ wọ̀n ní leke o, iya ibe woni, awe wa o. Leke o, iya ibe woni, awe wa o. Awe wuo, awe wuo, awe wuo, awe wuo. Karele dudu dawa, karele osuni ni yawa. 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 Wale Dada Kibo Igun Wale Edu Wale Ramadan Ishero Eluwaye Eluwaye, Ibolele, siyamba, lele, siyamba. Ibolele, siyamba, lele, siyamba. Bolele, siyamba, lele, siyamba. Ashabala fe, Ashabala fe, yeah, 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 Ashabala fe, Ashabala fe. Ojo kama wo karele, 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 Ojo kama wo karele.
Wale wa egungu ibao wale o. I pour libation
never will they let me down, Wolewa. They see my tears, they feel my pain. With patience, I'll rise again, Wolewa. I must stay focused to fulfill my purpose, and I will conquer all. Ancestor, rituals or something. Hear us. Hear me.
Pay respect to the elders of the Yami Egbe Imo in Konupia Are Ifa Lashe Orisha Lashe Igun Leti Egbe Pomoleri Ye Adiola Ife Yomi Ya Aga Igun Bemi Ubeyoya Eshu Bae Fimu Atimileri. I pay respects to all members of the Ifa Orisha community in Trinidad and Tobago.
Benny.
I pay respects to the mothers. I pay respects to all shrines in Trinidad and Tobago. We have reached the point where we can educate and edify the listening public about our practices and of our way of life. We are not here for fame. We are not here for favor. We are here guided. This is my destiny. And this is also Shaka's destiny. You know? So I'm going to continue. Don't care whatever rocks or stones or whatever they throw. The Orishas have our back. And they have blessed this show. You know, Shaka?
Sure. I give a special good night to all elders across this land of Trinidad and Tobago. A special good night to my Uluwu, Araba Osho. A special good night to my Yanifa, Ye Agbomola Olomitutu Ido Oshun. A special good night to my Uchubona, Baba Upakunle Ifakoya. The elders of Ilejo Setura Mijia Oshun. The elders across the shrines within Trinidad and Tobago, all shrines, temples, spiritual compounds, leaders, heads of shrine, we say pleasant good night. The Ifa Orisha way of life, as stated by Alatu Mishe, is here as a platform to shed light on our practice that was once demonized and that was once given in negative light due to the impacts of colonization and other forms of methods of subjugation and control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We are now at a junction in our existence where our ancestors have worked effortlessly to ensure that we are at a point where we can speak publicly and shed light on what they brought with them when they came across from Africa to all parts of this world. So we are here to talk about Ifa. And Ifa is a way of life. When we speak about Ifa Orisha, Ifa is the word of Olodumare that speaks the existence of all things within this multiverse. If we want to speak about the mountains or the rivers or the trees or us as human beings, we go to Ifa. Whatever problems or issues that we as human beings may encounter, it is Ifa that we will consult to find remedy to all sorts of problems that we may encounter during our sojourn or our journey here on earth. When we go to Ifa, it is because we want to know our destiny. We want to know our blueprint. We want to know what will work for us. When we go to Ifa, we go to Ifa to learn how to raise our children.
So true.
And when we go to Ifa, it is to learn to raise our children in the right way that will lead them away from the path of crime and to lead them away from some of these negative influences in this world. When we go to Ifa and we get to know what is our blueprint, it will energize us and give us that power and that authority to live our purpose and our destiny. As we live in this world, and this world is filled with many roads, many alleys, many side roads, many valleys. One cannot walk all these roads and pass through all these valleys.
So true.
But when one has their blueprint, one will know what road one is supposed to walk. Because all of us is created in the image and the uniqueness of Olodumare. And just as all things on this world is created with a purpose, some of it for the use to mankind, we are created by Olodumare to carry out the functions of what God has for us.
Amen.
We are here at the use of what Olodumare wants us to do. So we could only find out what we have to do through consulting Ifa. In Ejiyogbe, Ifa says, I know not how to plan. It is what Ifa has planned for me that I consider good and proper. So it is what Ifa plans for us. It is what Orunmila stood beside us when we chose our destiny. It is what we will consider that which is good and proper. So we say Aburu, Aboye, Aboshi say. May our program continue to reach the listeners, the Ori of everyone locked on at this space and at this time to support the Ifa Orisha way of life. Much love, much thanks.
I must say, Abora Aboye, Aboshishe to the Orisha Youths of Trinidad and Tobago. That's a group that's was formed by HSM Arila Baba Fakayode.
Okay.
I must say the group the group is about 3 days old. About that, I have a lot of groups on my phone, and the group is about teaching, edifying, and educating
the
young initiates and non-initiates. Now, people, we take a different twist tonight with the show. Reason being, they say you mustn't wash, what do you saying go?
Dirty linen.
Dirty linen in public.
And it's a fact.
2 young ones here striving to bring about the word, the truth about Ifa Orisha to get us away from this stigmatization and this Western world philosophy about it ain't good and they're doing this and that. And some people trying to find in their corners to bring it on. But that is not about it tonight, right? We'll be having a discussion about E.G. Ogbe tonight. I must pay respects to the supporters of the Ifa Orisha Way of Life who have continued making this show possible. It is not cheap, it is not free, you know, to come here because Mr. George still have bills to pay, you know, and we have to pay for the show.
Yes.
So we asking for assistance, guidance, to help or to contribute. This is our thing, you know. I give all praise and respect to Erin Falami, who was here, instrumental, who started, he's the pilot, the cornerstone. That is the foundation of this show, you know. And no matter how hard they try, Ifa Orisha Way of Life is here to stay.
Because E.G. Ogbe itself speaks about victory, and victory over all negativity, principalities, all negative things.
Yes.
So may E.G. Ogbe continue to be our guiding light. Ashe.
I'm going to just pay respects to the sponsors who have continued contributing to the show.
The Ifa Orisha School of Enlightenment is here and ready to welcome all children ages 2.5 to 5.5 years old to learn in a unique and exciting environment. Who are the Yoruba people? Where was the Mali Empire? Who is Gangang Sera? What is Ifa Orisha? Your child will learn the answers to all of these questions and more. Our Ministry of Education approved curriculum includes storytelling, drumming, drama, music, dance, and other exciting teaching tools. We offer learning in a caring, safe space as we instill positive values. For more information and to register your child, like us on Facebook or call us at 366-7558. The Ifa Orisha School of Enlightenment, a preschool that will transform your child.
The Ifa Orisha Way of Life is kindly sponsored by Omo Inu, All Things Woman. Their contact number is 365-4332. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. They are the Women's Haven distributor for Trinidad and Tobago. We also have the Lock Duck. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Their contact number is 352-5706. We are also sponsored by Bridal Bouquet TT. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Their contact number is 491-7539. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Thank you.
Sponsors for the Orisha Way of Life: Nice Nuts Quinlan brand bottled coconut water for the freshest and the most purest coconut water. Their contact numbers are 716-6396. Kamara's Culture Store, the #1 important supplier of genuine products from Africa, located at Adams Bazaar, Main Road, Shoguanas, 672-8438, 320-8866. Gossip Gel Polish, 382-7587. Pedi Barisi, 398-4474. Temple Ojuba Orisha, Umelo, Egypt Village, Shoguanas. Banjela Music Productions. Nubian Experience, clothing that tells part of our rich African history. Number 6 Woodford Street, Arima. Contact number 688-1979. Oriomi, Nicole Huggins, Health and Wealth Lifestyle. Number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Onyx Trading, Wholesale and Retail Minimart. Number 1 Cemetery Street, Dago Martin. Yes, so we're back at it. We are streaming live on Facebook. We're also streaming live on YouTube, Sheet 919 FM on Iwer TV on YouTube. So I'm just going to shout some of the folks here streaming on Facebook. Angie St. Paul, she says, greetings to you, Alatumi Sheriff and Mugabe Kenyatta. She's calling out the whole name by Kenyatta, but she's always there supporting us. Jay Ogaro. Well, I come out Facebook jail now, so I could comment. Simone Andel, pleasant good evening. Orisha Lashe from Nubian Experience. Ekale to all, Egbe Unisini Ludo Marie is locked on. You know, Lauren Urishabomi, she's always locked on. Blessed love, Ekale to all. Atiba Swamba, blessings to the panel from all members of the Ile Juba Gogbo. Orisha Mimo Ufunusa.
Table and in the house.
Yeah, man. Judy James is locked on. Atiba Swamba. Right now, tonight, the Orisha youth of Trinidad and Tobago are taken over by storm. Baba Relafa Kayode. You and your
peace
group,
and
you
love,
know,
peace and love,
peace and love. May we continue to strive together and bring about change in the diaspora, that we may be able to come together and do the right thing. So the topic tonight is E.G. Ogbe. You know, E.G. Ogbe. I'll be asking you folks there. You can call me up on 342-0081, 342-0081-771-1791. That's my WhatsApp number. 466-5391, 466-5391. To the folks who are streaming from Barbados and in the US, 718-874-3860. So you guys can call me up. Let me know tell me what you know, what you understand about E.G. Ogbe. So Shaka, the floor is yours.
I call you again to the listeners across this land of Trinidad and Tobago. When we talk about E.G. Ogbe, what do we mean? Well, for those who are listening, we will try to make things as simple as possible. E.G. means two, right? So within our tradition, one of the ways that Olodumare communicates with us is through something called Odu Ifa. Now, we have 16 major Odu, and they are from E.G. Ogbe, Oyeku Meji, Iwori Meji, Udi Meji, Irunsu Meji, Onwari Meji, Obara Meji, Okaram Meji, Ogunda Meji, Osa Meji, Ika Meji, Oturapon Meji, Irete Meji, Oshe Meji, Ofu Meji. We have 16 major Odu Ifa, and I will repeat it again. E.G. Ogbe, Oyeku Meji, Iwori Meji, Udi Meji, Irosu Meji, Onwari Meji, Obara Meji, Okara Meji, Ogunda Meji, Osa Meji, Ika Meji, Oturapon Meji, Otura Meji, Oshe Meji, Ofumeji. So when we talk about E.G. Ogbe, E.G. Ogbe is one of the chapters of Ifa. So one of the verses of E.G. Ogbe goes like this. The people that trouble the world today, they are many. The honest ones are few. Cast divination for Oren Miller on the day he was saddened by all compelling incidents. Ifa enjoins us to be honest. The deities would not allow us to compromise the truth. They say that the number of people that are honest in the world number less than 20. The wicked ones therein, they are so many, they number more than 140,000. This was when Orun Miller went for Ifa consultation to find out how he could make the world a better place and why that there are so much of evil things going on in this world. Ifa said that we should always make sacrifice so that the honest people would continue to be in the world. Ifa tells us to make sacrifice so that honesty and truth will prevail and triumph over evil. Ifa says, if it is the fortune of wealth that saddens us, let it sadden our destiny such that we could go ahead and make good wealth. Ifa says, if it is the problem of children that saddens us, let it sadden our destiny so much that we could get good children to bear. So that is one verse out of Ifa. So when we say that the honest people that are in the world number less than 20, it is not that evil is something now that that has been taking place in this world. Evil has been around from since the beginning of time. And as Arun Miller had consulted Ifa, Ifa had told Arun Miller that he should do ebo or do sacrifice to ensure that good triumph over evil. Many of the problems that we faced today as a people, many of these problems can be fixed first when we fix ourselves.
Benny.
And what Ejogbe is saying also in this Udu, we must seek to do self-repair. When we do self-repair, it is when we could truly acknowledge that we are seeking betterment. When we are looking for change, the change must start with us, the change must start within our homes, and the change must illuminate outwards from us. So Ejogbe is the guiding light. Ejogbe is the guiding light, the guiding principle of justice. Within Ejogbe, Ejogbe has affiliated Orisha. One of the Orisha that is affiliated with Ejogbe is Eshu. Within Ejogbe, Eshu is quintessentially important to help us manifest our destiny and to manifest our purpose. Also Ogun. Ogun is there also in Ejogbe for victory. Victory over all enemies. We also have Obatala. Obatala is very predominant in Ejogbe as well for progress.
Correct.
We also have Shango within the Udu of Ejogbe, and Shango would help us to get children, spouse, and success. Egbe is also a prominent energy within Ejogbe, and Egbe would help us to achieve that leadership that is deep within all of us. Orisha Oke for progress and long life. When we talk about Oke, we talk about our highest peaks, our mountains. And our mountains are the ones that stand strong and withstand all things. So we will stand as strong as the mountain because we have the support of Orisha Oke with us. Within Ejogbe, we also have the support of our Ori, and our Ori will continue to guide us and take us to that place where our destiny is designed for us. So when we're speaking about Ejogbe, Ejogbe is about truthfulness. Ejogbe, it's about being humble. Ejogbe is about being patient. Ejogbe, it's about truly living your purpose and manifesting your true destiny.
So true.
Asheo.
Asheo. So, the topic tonight, Ejogbe. The youngest of all Udus, but the most powerful. I have a call here. Aboro Aboye Aboshishe.
Hey, a good night to my brothers.
Pleasant.
Real talk. I like that. I like how my brother explained it. You know? But one thing, evil doesn't come from the start of time. Start of time was chaos. Gases and different things was fighting against each other. But God come and put everything in order. Like putting everything in order, what he created was an organization where corruption started, and that is where evil started. So evil didn't start at the head of time. It was chaos. and he bring it to order. Now, out here, I will say that, as it is said, a rich man, it is easier for a camel to go through the Iwer needle than a rich man going to heaven. In other words, it is easier for a fool in the ghetto to praise and run to a rich man than a rich man coming to the ghetto. You understand what I'm talking about, my brother?
Understood.
Right. You see, in this life, to know thyself, my brother, will bring a better tomorrow. You understand? Because it brings consciousness and awareness to oneself. And we must understand that everything in this world depends on each other. God never created nothing to function by itself.
At all.
Everything depends on each other. And when they say, there's someone about, only we offer the government, we offer this. No. Everything depends on each other. And a man can never tell me he don't depend on nobody. Because to go on, to work, it depends on the driver to carry him. To get a work, it depends on the people to give you a job.
Right.
So a man can never say, let's stand for independence, nobody will help me, nobody will... Nah. Come up with that. We need to help each other.
Asha.
Nothing never functions by itself.
Really?
You understand? So we must always keep our up look down from above in order to keep that for tomorrow. My friend, you all have a good night.
Thank you. Peace and love. You know, Alatumishe, when he said, know thyself, it's something that we always speak about. We cannot afford to live on this earth here without knowing
our blueprint, our destiny,
what we are designed to do on earth here. If we have plans and we know that the plans are created for the welfare and the well-being of man, think a bit further. What is our unique purpose here as humans? Why are we here? Why are we in jobs? Why we are here? And when you ask that simple question of why, it is then you would understand that all of us have a particular uniqueness that is tied in to every single thing and every single person. All of us are interdependent on each other. The farmer, he would plant because the community needs to eat. The teacher would teach because students need education in order to live a better life. Spiritual people will do spiritual work because there would be people who need help. So all of us are dependent on each other for our very much existence. Because Ifa Orisha is about community and not about individualism. You know? So as we are on Age Yogbe, there is a story out of the Udu Ifa corpus of Age Yogbe that speaks about there was this time in Ile Ife that there were many evil things happening in Ife, and persons could not find rest. People were looking helter-skelter for help. People were uncomfortable in their homes. Women could not make children. Everything was topsy-turvy. Everything was in a mess. So these villagers went to Orun Miller and they said, Baba, here what's happening. We need help. Right now, in Ife here, it is very uncomfortable. We don't know how we would manage. Right now, we don't know how we would manage. So, Orun Miller decided to try to fix the problem. And to no avail, he couldn't fix that problem. The problem was so much that he himself decided, here what, you see me? I looking to leave here. I looking to bust out. I looking to leave Ife. So on his way out of Ife, he bounced up some of his former students. One of them was Amusu, and one of them was Amore. When they saw him, they said, Baba, where you going? He said, hey, you see me right now? Ife has problems and I really can't handle it. I looking to go. So they said, Baba, come, let us go and consult Ifa to find out what could be done to remedy this particular situation. So, being the humble man that Arun Miller is, he took the advice of his juniors. So they went for Ifa consultation. When they went and they consulted, Ejiogbe came up. And when Ejiogbe came up, what was prescribed was that Arun Miller and his students take guinea pepper or atari and obi and all of these things to the crossroads where these four ajoguns were, or these four evils were congregating.
But for someone who has come on for the first time, you know, some of the viewers and some of the listeners will know. Let me take this call. Hey, Parisha.
Parisha, hey, Pa.
Hey, Pa.
Baba, how are you?
Aburu, Aboy, Aboshishe. Yes, and how are you all? How are you
Peace
all?
And love.
Peace and love. We are here, Baba, after that fiery segment with you last week, Monday, you know. You still feeling the heated side here, you know.
You're going so good so far. You know, I must commend our Shaka for the contribution that he has made thus far.
Thank you,
in regards to the Odu. And, you know, because he touched on the major Odu of Ifa, which we understand that they are the primordial energies of Olodumare. From the inception of time, they were these energies were involved in the creation of the universe itself. And so we as Ifa devotees get our instructions based on when they appear during divination to us, interpreted by Bablaos. And just to add what he says, those primordial divinities or primordial energies, which we call Odu, they are categorized, and they are categorized into two categories. We call Odu, and we have Omodu. And Odu is like saying senior Odus. Okay? And then we have Omodu, which is the children that will birthed from Odu. So we have a Jogbe, Oyekumeji, Iworimeji, Dimeji, Yorosumeji, Oworimeji, Obarameji, Okoromeji, Ogundameji, Osameji, Ikameji, Otoropomeji, Oturameji, Oretemeji, Oshemeji, Ofumeji. And with these combinations, which is the 16 major Odu, or what we call Odu, they are 16 in numbers, and they give birth to 240 Omodu, or Junior Odu. And when we combine Junior Odu together with the Senior Odu, we get what we call the 256 Odu Ifa, or the sacred chapters of Ifa, as we call it.
So true.
Yes. You will have me a brain tactic because it's a long time I have learned this. But Ejiobe is such a beautiful Odu. Such a beautiful Odu. And when I say a beautiful Odu, how to put it? It's like saying, hey, it shows the responsibility of and the importance of not saying that you're classing yourself at age when we come to seniority, but it comes where destiny shows that if this child has to lead, that is how it has to happen.
Ashe.
And there's nobody to say no, you know, because as we know the story, when the Odus were coming here, the primordial energies were coming here, and they were identified as Odu. So we had a joke with Ofumeji, and they were standing at that gateway to enter into this material world. And Ofun was first. And when they arrived at that portal to enter into this particular multiverse, there was a changing in the spiritual world taking place, where now the first now had to now transform, and now the first become last. So Ejiobe was seen first coming into this material world and was pronounced as king. And hence we say, Paudu, you know, because, you know, even though we see Ofumeji on a divination tree as a Baba, you will still praise Ofumeji and give that full respect.
Senior one.
As a senior, yes. But Ejiobe came first, and that's why Ejiobe is so important to us.
Facts.
Ejiobe, there's one of a particular story that I started off in my training in MIFA, when it spoke about bit by bit we should eat the head of the rat.
The rat, yes.
And that stood with me for many years. You know, bit by bit we eat the head of the fish. And if you look at that to interpret it metaphysically, Ifa is really showing us that in everything that we do in our life, that we should not be in a hurry.
Facts.
We should take our time. You know, we shouldn't be in a hurry to grasp the rope of wealth. Everything should be done with patience, soul. You know, in everything at all that we try to do, we should take it as eating the head of the fish. Because you can't just put the fish head in your mouth and just start to bite it up like a crazy man. You know?
Cut up the mouth.
Because the bone in that fish is going to really mash up your mouth inside. You know? So you take your time to take out the flesh in the fish. You take your time. And that is what Ejiobe is teaching you. Take your time.
Facts.
You know, nothing is running away. Take your time. You know? And that's what Ejiobe is really speaking to us about. There's a verse in Ejiobe that says, Abakuma boisele ya porumila abayoba iku ja yosishebi iku eboni woni koshe. And this particular verse tells you about this Babalawo Gotifa for consultation, you know, which was Orumila at the time. And he went to Ifa because he wanted to know how to fight against Iku, how to fight against death. For persons who is online and they don't know what Iku is, it's that spiritual entity we call death. And in this particular Odu, he wanted to know how to fight against Iku, and that he shall see how best he can be able to conquer Iku from taking the lives of his loved ones. There's a story in this Udu that says when Orumila was here in this material world, that he had very few people around him. He had very few friends that he really took into his real care. So what happened is that in that time, he made sure that his friends were what we call law-abiding people. They were decent. They were God-fearing. They were honest. They were humble. They were trustworthy people. They were reliable. They were not stealing. They were not doing anything that was unlawful in the eyes of Olodumare. And for that reason, Orumila really valued his friends, and he really took them in as his real buddies, as we will call it, you know. And what he did, he gave them particular assignments on how to improve their communities, how they should live, you know, what they should eat, what they shouldn't eat, what they must drink, so that they will have happy lives in this material world. And these friends, given the task to carry out the assignment, they didn't want to just carry out the assignment. They carry out the assignment of Orumila with satisfaction. They wanted to please Orumila so bad that they did everything according to what Orumila advised them to do. And so Orumila was very, very happy. He was proud of them, and he was proud about the friendship that he had with them. And so Ejobe tells us that the friendship lasted a very long time. According to Ejobe in the story, Iku began to take Orumila's friends one by one after each other, and Orumila started to be really what's going on here? What's going on here? So he decided to fight a serious war against Iku. So a war began with Orumila and Iku at this time. So what happened is that all those who had been assisting Orumila, who had carried out all the missions which Olodumare had set out for them, were being eliminated, as we would say, by Iku. They were being taken by death. So what happened is that Orumila decided, listen, I'm going for divination. I'm going for divination to find out what is happening here. In passing divination, the Odu Ejobe came and guided Orumila. And I just want to add to what Awu Shaka said. Anything that you want to know in life, how to live and to be guided properly is when we go to Ifa. And this is the same thing Orumila showed us, that he could have fight Iku on his own. He could have just say, you know what, let me just give Iku a big stone in the air and the same way. Iku, this is the way I just teach you. Just hopefully, I could have take a big stone and hit Iku in the head, but instead, he humbled himself before Ifa, the divination tool.
Right.
And Ifa was consulted, and Ejobe came and advised Orumila as to what should be done so that his peers and his friends and every one of them who was taken by Iku would not be taken by Iku again. And so when Iku arrived, Olodumare, after the Ebo was done, Iku arrived and responded to what Orumila was and the allegation made upon him and say, but hey, you take, how you can say I taken your children? So we're saying, how I gonna know who is a children? How I gonna know who is a children? And this is where having hand of Ifa comes in here. Because it is by when Orumila was saying, he made this pact with Iku and said, listen, this is my children. After Iku was fed by Orumila, Iku could not go now and come back with Orumila anymore after the Ebo was done. So after that, he made a covenant with Iku. Iku say, how would I know who your children are? Orumila say, those that are wearing the sacred Ide on their wrist, whether it be on their hands, whether it be on their feet, whether it be whatever part of their body, once they identify by wearing the sacred Ide Ifa.
These beads.
These sacred beads. I don't know, Awo Shaka has it on his hand, I am sure.
Benny.
So he could probably show it to everybody and see this Ide Ifa.
Benny.
It is to identify, to let Iku know, hey, stay away. These are peculiar children that belong to Orumila. Whenever you see these children, you would not take them before their time. You understand?
Sure.
Iku would not bring recklessness into their life. They would not be assassinated by Iku. They would not be going through all the untimely death prospects. Yes. Of accidents and all these different things, because they have been sanctified by certain rituals that would identify them as Omoawo or identify them as children of Orumila.
Ashe.
Yes.
And even with that, even in our own lives here, as residents of this earth, where we live.
That essay, Ifa, speaks to all of us that the only way we can overcome untimely death, it's by consulting Ifa.
Yes.
It is by knowing how to make our first step in the morning, our step in the evening, and our step the next day. Because Ifa says we know yesterday, we know today, we don't know tomorrow. So that is why the Ifa, Orisha, the OT would consult Ifa every 5 days. Because we know our life source, it is true divination. And it is following the prescriptions that is given to us day in and day out by Ifa.
So true.
So, Baba, thank you so much for that powerful contribution.
Baba,
we shall overcome that.
Yes.
Baba,
Thank you.
I know you are doing some good work behind the scenes right now, and I'd like to pay homage to that also. You know, you are doing the change. We are looking for change within the diaspora and also the new group, the new kid on the block, the Orisha youths of Trinidad and Tobago.
Orisha young stars of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes. And I must say, I have my video to send in by tomorrow because I know everybody, I have homework to do, you know. And
yes.
I hope and pray that Olodumare continue blessing you with long life. Giving you the strength to continue. May Obatala continue molding you to that, to make you that individual that we can be able to seek knowledge from.
May you always continue to live your destiny.
Yes.
And I want to encourage you all as well. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. That teaches us we are all doing what we are destined to do. We are following our predestined path. And you all are doing exactly what you were commissioned by Olodumare to come into this material world to do. And I want to encourage every young people on the live, get on board the Orisha Young Stars of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
Get on board. And I'm taking this mandate to start teaching the young ones now from scratch. I'm starting from scratch, how to greet your elders, how to greet. That is the thing that, oh my God, we are lacking in this community, how to properly well greet each other.
Well, Yogbe says that when we wake up in the morning, we must greet our parents and our elders properly. Because in greeting them, it's like greeting Olodumare. So that is as well in line with the principles and the tenets of Yogbe, the proper greetings. Because when we don't greet our elders, people don't know how serious this is, you know. When you greet your elders, it is when they will have the confidence that you would be a well-rounded person in this society.
Yes.
And they will be willing to teach you. So there are a lot of people going around the place and saying that elders don't teach. I fed up here that nonsense. Elders will only teach you when you humble yourself. And you humble your ego and you put away all those trivialities of your ego behind you. And you go to them humbly and you let them teach you. Sometimes the way and the speed you might want them teach you, you might find they're teaching you too slow.
Yes.
As Yogbe says, little by little you shall eat the head of the rat. And our elders are the ones who would periodically test us. They will put you through certain paces and test it to see how you do that small thing in order to graduate you to the bigger thing. So youths listening on the live, learn to be humble, learn to be patient. Learn to greet your elders the correct way. Start in your home, greet your parents in the morning, greet your mother, greet your father. Touch their feet and say, Mommy, I thank you for carrying me for 9 months and for bringing me here on this earth. Because when they go and they have certain things in their mind about you, crapo smoke your pipe.
But I want to say this much to the young folks. Don't come in to Orisha to look for magic.
No magic.
Don't come
have no
to
magic.
look. And let me talk it like a Wallet has said. Don't come for Obia.
Don't come for Zeze.
Yeah. All I want to say is, may Orisha now bless us all.
Ashe.
May the Ori self and the Ori know, the one that dances in front of the mat, be in total alignment. Let the bright light of E.G. Ogbe continue to illuminate our lives.
Ashe.
Baba, as I always say, I know I could call you anytime. Thanks for the support. Continue doing what you are doing. Just like how you tell us just now, don't give up. Because, Baba, you know it tough. You know the comment. You know the comment. The comment.
But I just say this. See Ori? Ori will fight for any Jugbe talks about that too.
Yes.
You see Ori? Ori is a powerful thing. And you see when they get up in the morning, the first thing as they wake up.
Facts.
Consult with your Ori. Meaning, pray with your Ori. Call on your Ori for defense. That's what I tell people. You could put you in chicken foot, in the chicken anus, in the goat anus, in the goat eye, in the crapple mouth, kind of thing. Once your Ori say no, nothing they try at you could work.
Baba, that is truth at its highest. Because our Ori will support what is destiny. And what is not destiny, your Ori would not support.
Exactly.
So again, in Ajog Bay, for even some of our newly initiates, and I'm also speaking to myself as well too, because self-reflection is something that we do every single day.
It starts with us.
When we get up and we know the birth Udo that gives birth to us, and we constantly review who we have to be, that is a constant work. Don't look at someone else's success and be envious of it, because that is even one of the taboos of persons for whom Ajogbe has as their Udo.
Yeah.
Do not be envious and covetous of other people's success, because you have your Ori, and let your Ori support what you have to do.
Exactly.
So sometimes we may be in circles and we might be in certain positions, and we might see older people, younger people, and sometimes we may see certain people in fact, certain people in position, and they may be younger than us. We must give respect, because we as humans do not know the head that wear the crown sometimes. And we have to give respect to what Olodumare designed for us.
I can't remember the Udo, but it says the cookie jar on top, the cupboard. The elder could reach it.
Yes.
But the elder hand can't reach inside it. It's the same young one. Had to put a hand. So we had to work together.
Yes.
And that is one of the problems in the community. Not because...
Even in the country.
Yeah.
Not even just in the community, in the country. Because we're talking on a national scale. Respect is respect based on whatever community, group, household you're into. So this is for everybody. Children, give respect for your parents, and your days will be long. And that's a fact. Because when the Ori of your parents bless you, nothing can stop you. Not so, Abba.
Yes.
So, Baba, thank you for this phone. Thank you for this link up. As always, you continue doing what you are doing. I'm on board. I'm not ashamed to say I'm on board. I am on board, and the change starts with me.
It must start with us.
It must start with me. So,
thank you.
Odavo.
Thank you. And I hope one day that the youth could come out on the Ipa Odisha way of life You know, we could sing 2 songs for all,
yes.
you know, 2 songs for the
we have no anniversary soon.
Show them what we got.
Yes, no. We welcome.
We have
anybody.
our anniversary soon. So
coming up on the anniversary, we're gonna have and you will be leading the entertainment segment, Baba.
Oh Lord.
Yes, so Baba, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So may you have a blessed one. Yes, thank you. So that was HSM Babarilla Fakayode. You know, always supportive. I'm an ex-school here. Aborabo here, Aboshishe.
I was to come back in. That same elder was on the show some
last week
before something, right?
Last week, yes.
Yes, man. I like how you just talk, how you just put things in place. You know, you make you understand things and
really
and make you and tax your brain in a sense, you know. Try to further within oneself. But what I was saying, why I was talking, something come to me. When like this word when we wake up in the morning, now tomorrow is not we on, as you say.
True.
So how we can say when? In other words, we're trying to put a gap in time between another person by teaching them. Well, what we should say is, waking up on a morning, one should, you understand?
One should greet their parents
when
properly.
We wake up on a morning.
One should greet their parents properly.
You see words can, you know, put gap between each other. Then, you know, when I wake up on a morning, you know, when I'm ready to do that, then I could do that. You know, they see that when, instead of saying when, it makes you feel that when you're ready to do it, you go do it. No, it needs to say that, do it. If you understand, instead of when. You see, words can be problem to us. In other words, you know, people go say, why not do Jesus? People go in a sin, so they go run and sin. You understand? So we must watch ourselves with words, English words. You know?
Thank you.
It brings a space between our teaching. And one thing I want to say, what do all you know about the mall? The black mall. From Africa, who went all over and never have been conquered. Spain all about the went. You know, I was listening with a friend of mine from foreign, you know. She's a Christian. I'm such a lazy and thing, you know what she's telling me? Up to today, the Pope just washed the black mall's foot. You know, and people say black people is nothing in these times. When the malls walking through the airport, immigration and customs and things just bow to them. They should check them. The black malls. These people can walk anyway. You understand? Just imagine people are pretty Pope and well, you know them, you just on plane to the Pope and anybody country the Pope going, you gotta get some big souvenir or something. But they just wash the mall's foot. You know why? Because the teaching, the Pope teaching from the translation of the scriptures, they know stupidness is the teaching. They're not teaching the right thing. So they will wash the black mall's foot because the black malls know the right teaching. And the black malls will always say, don't let nobody teach your religion. In other words, the way how they teach these people and them religion, like these Christian and them, an illusional thing, you know. Everything is an illusion, nothing concrete. The more than them know that the people are being led blindly. In a sense of the misleading the people and them through Christianity now. Since the Romans and them take over Christianity.
All right, caller.
And they start to kill people. Kill the real Christians.
All
the
right.
black malls.
All right,
always
caller.
remember.
Yes, so folks, you know, IFA is about respect. We don't disrespect no other practices. We give each and every one their respect.
Facts.
Aboro aboye abo shishe.
Yes, good night.
Good night.
To take down your volume a little bit here.
Okay. Yeah. While you was talking, right, I was taking all the notes because you said falling and say what you think about the program.
Yes.
So from what is the good name is?
Shaka.
Yeah, I got it like this. Sacrifice our lives unto duty, which is true purity of
Repeat
knowledge.
what you said, ma'am.
Huh?
Repeat what you said, please. I didn't catch what you said.
You hearing me?
I'm now hearing you better.
Sacrifice our lives unto duty, which is true purity of knowledge. One seed of righteousness of a city and two from every family will stand in the gap. So I'm asking, when the other priest came on, who called in, he was talking about divination. So I wanted to ask, did the children of Israel use practices of Ifa? And would God consider that as divination?
Okay. Okay, caller.
Okay.
Now, this program is called the Ifarisha Way of Life. When we speak about divination, it is just the method of communicating with God,
Really?
which we would call Oludumare, as our Udu Ifa teaches us, according to Okara Owori. Oludumare is the universal spirit guiding this world.
Caller, hold on a little bit, caller. Go ahead, Shaka.
So whatever we want to know that would make our lives better, we consult Oludumare. And Olodumare would give us clarity as to what to do to make our lives better. The person that we, in fact, the energy that we invoke to go and find out what Olodumare has to say is Orun Miller. Orun Miller is the great
wisdom
diviner of wisdom.
Wisdom.
He would get the information from God and would pass it on to us in something called Odu Ifa. We could even break it down sometimes and even say chapters of knowledge. And as we had outlined earlier, there are 256 Odu of Ifa.
What verses?
With 1,680 verses. Some of verses not even known to mankind, because whatever problem we face on earth here, or whatever thing we are going through, there is always a solution and a remedy. And each of our individual lives was predestined. So whatever a person may be going through now, God or Miller have already witnessed that, because Orun Miller was the only one who stood with us as a person to help us with choose. In fact, he did not choose, but he was there when we took up our destiny. So that is why we say Orun Miller, the great diviner, the great one of wisdom, because Orun Miller was there when we chose our destinies in heaven. So whatever problem a person would have, either with yourself, or either with their children, either with their community, you go and get an Ifa consultation.
By an adept.
Yes, by an adept. Ian Ifa or Babalawo or Ian or Olorisha, to find out what could be done to remedy whatever problems we may be having. Think about all those people who are wrongfully incarcerated in the prisons all over the world right now. think about the time when they were born and think about if they had the prior knowledge that they would have ended up in jail, do you think that they would have ended up there? No. So that is why we consult IFA to know what would happen down the road. What would happen down the road? What would happen tomorrow if we are going to buy a vehicle or buy land or buy a house? What would be our chances of success? And if there may be impediments, what can we do to overcome that? Again, we consult IFA to find out who we are. It's a sad thing for a person to live on this earth for nearly 3/4 of their lives and not know what they were sent on earth here to do. According to Ogbe Yunu Ogbe Ogunda, Ifa says when we wake up in the morning, we should know the birth Udu that gave birth to us, and the birth Udu is our destiny. So for all those, even the young people around the country who wandering all over in the gangs and this and that and not knowing what direction to follow, parents, take your children to IFA. Take your children to IFA, because IFA is what will protect them. IFA will protect them. If you are in any other way of life that cannot tell you your destiny, I'm not saying read between the lines what I'm saying here. If you are following anything on this earth here that cannot help you understand your destiny, think twice. Think twice. Our God, our ancestors do not want us to suffer. We have Ifa.
Yes, Baba. Baba Mitchell.
Baba, how are you? Long time.
Quite a while.
It's good to have you on the live, man.
Adupe, Lopo.
Nice.
It's a wonderful thing, again, to be on such a program that, our great elders before us had this opportunity to speak freely about a tradition that is older than all the religions put together.
Facts.
We are here. We were here. And we will continue to be here.
Benny.
I understand the topic tonight is about Ejiogbe. Ejiogbe la feki. Ejiogbe. Kilankiyoro. Ejiogbe. Ejiogbe. Eji Onile. Ogbe. But someone called in a while ago, and it touched me a bit with regards to the children of Israel. Baba Shaka, Awo, you explained it. I think that no one could top what you said. But I would like to extend a bit for the viewing public and the ones who are listening throughout the world concerning this term, Israel. There was never a race of people who were considered as Israelites. Israel is the abbreviation for Isis, Ra, El. You see, all of our African traditional laws, we always put the women first.
Sure.
Benny.
Facts.
Nothing could happen, not even with a Babalawo. If a Babalawo has no respect from the Iyami, he has nowhere to go.
Facts.
He must have the backings of the Iyami. He must have the backings of the Iyami. when we chant, Baba ni sheshe ni, Iya ni sheshe, you must show respect to your sheshe. You must show respect to women.
Facts.
You must show respect to women. And the word Israel is the abbreviation for ISIS. Ra, Il. And we know because of time and lies that was given to us through this crossing from our motherland to the Caribbean, we were fed lies. So I will hear several of my African brothers and sisters saying that I'm an Israelite. No, you're not. You're not an Israelite. There was never a race of people called Israelites. And if we watch the biblical terminology in its true essence, it's stated clearly in a particular verse. It stated clear that a tree will be judged by the fruit that it bears.
Facts.
And if it shall continue to bear bitter fruits, it will be hewn down and cast into the fire. Am I right or wrong?
So true. So true. So true.
When we watch at our position, our people holding up all the churches, maybe the Catholic, the Anglican, the Presbyterian, and our children are filling up the jails in Trinidad and Tobago. Our children are filling up the jails in the United States. The jails throughout the Caribbean. And we are the ones who are holding up the churches because we are trying to be a square peg in a round hole.
Firehouse, man. Firehouse. Yes, Baba.
So for me, if I show, if I look, if I will never lie, if I cannot lie, and when I watch the verses of Ifa, it speaks to me, it speaks to our generation, it spoke to the generation before, and the ones before that. It is beyond time and space. It is no particular rhythmic doctrine to fool humanity into believing things that are not real. Ifa is truth.
Facts.
And just the same way as we are seeing now the light of Ethiopia, we are seeing the light of Ethiopia. This program is one of the lights of Ethiopia. It is one of the lights of Ethiopia, and I can say from a particular verse of Ethiopia. When the day dawned, I saw Iwer
in abundance.
In abundance. Very early 4 days ago. When we watch at Ethiopia and the essence of Ethiopia, there isn't a religious law that could stand with Ethiopia. A matter of fact, it is said, as long as you understand Ethiopia, you can stand upon one leg.
True.
And take down 5,000 bisons. That's the power of Ethiopia. It is high time the people of Trinidad and Tobago understand the fundamental laws of a tradition that belong to them. A tradition that will aid and help them out of this squalor, this ignorance, this law that was created to destroy and divide and conquer the African man and African woman. It is time we find our place in this wonderful society. So with Ethiopia, may we continue to shine light upon the dark spots and dark minds, even the ones who believe that they are Israelites, the ones who believe that religion will take them to a place of happiness, peace, and prosperity. But every day, they visit particular churches looking for trinkets, and it has been proven scientifically, when you subject a people to your own devices, they start looking for cloth and water and beads and crosses. They look for things that has no value, not realizing that they were born with their specific part. Their role and function has already been prepared by Olutu Mariela Daumore Pleasure, by Arun Miller in the ratings. When you walk through the city of Ajala, when you came through the three corners, Orita Metak Balisala, you came here with a specific thing to do.
Sure.
And it is time they find out the truth.
Yes.
May you continue speaking the truth.
Benny.
May you continue speaking the truth. And my brother, as I must say, Epa Orisha, oh.
Epa Orisha.
Epa Orisha, oh.
Epa
Orisha, Epa. Baba Kala, continue to bring light upon our lives and alleviate us from this dark religious bondage that our people are in. We are not a religious people. We are beyond religion.
Facts.
We respect every form of existence, made by the clouds, made by the sea. We show respect for all form of life. So the ones who watch us as blood drinkers and we wicked and we doing this and doing that, as you people say, one day, Congo say.
Yes, but Baba, I want to say something. I had a devotee, we were speaking today, and the devotee asked me, where Ifa come from? Where is this Ifa thing? My Baba never teach me that. I say Ifa was always here, you know.
Ifa was always here.
Ifa is a way of life, you know. Ifa is the word. Just like how you have the next book, the Bible, and the Quran, guidelines for Islam, guidelines for Christianity. Ifa is the guideline. Ifa is...
You know, my brother, you asked a question a while ago. Someone said, where does Ifa thing come from? Where is Ifa? Who is Ifa? Where is Ifa thing? But when they go in a parley, they're singing, yeah, Ogunonire, Baila Ogunonire, Awo Ogunonire. So who is Ogun? Ogun is not mentioned in Ifa. Shango is not mentioned in Ifa. Obatala, Oshun, and they're not all mentioned in Ifa.
And initiated into Ifa.
And also initiated to Ifa.
Yes, Baba.
You see, what we need to remember, some people drank so much of the old wine and they just don't want to release. They just don't want to release their spiritual family into a pasture that is greener. You know, they don't want to do that. They have problems in releasing. So it is about keeping people in bondage, mental slavery.
Correct.
Mental slavery, and that is not what Ifa is about. Ifa, religion, is not jumping around and skipping around. That's not religion. That is not religion. When you get up every morning and you face the east, and you take up your Ifa pot, and you go and you chant, and you walk, and you listen to the birds, the bees. That is Ifa. That is religion.
And even
but when they want to jump around and skip around, they need to go, you know, to a school of arts. They are actors. I don't have no time with the acting.
And even to add to Baba, as nature people, as a person who would consider themselves spiritual, nature communicates with us, we communicate with nature. We even learn from the animals in nature.
Of course.
When we look at the hen, the hen will show us how to take care of our children, how to teach them to find food, how to teach them to defend themselves. The cat will make young ones. She will nurture them to a point, and then she will take them and hide them from the wickedness within the world, and then she will bring them out. When
she had shown them all the skills and competencies to function. So as spiritual people, we learn from nature. We learn how to take care of our rivers. We learn innovation from looking at the river. Because sometimes you will go up at the river at Spalabia and the river is never the same. It always changes its form. So we learn from nature that we are constantly evolving and constantly making changes. So a person who think that they could stick within one paradigm of thought, it is really just putting yourself in bondage.
Of course it is. Of course it is. What did they do is, H.O.B. also said that the man who decided to run down money, this man who decided to run down land and wealth, will be like the snake passing on stone.
Facts.
But the one who has children, his name will continue to live on, because the only medicine for Iku is children. Your name, your values will live on through your children.
Facts.
So if I am not in a position to teach my children, I must remember that my children were not designed for me. They were designed for this earth. They were given a specific path to help mend the broken calabash. And by me not, or whoever, not allowing their, what we call in Trinidad, our spiritual children to evolve and become the best that they could be, then you are being just like the oppressors. You are being worse than the oppressors, as a matter of fact.
True.
Because many years ago, I heard a particular elder said to me, I was about 24 years old, and he said, don't teach nobody nothing. I said, why? He said, this is a generation of viper. I said, they are generation of vipers. I said, so what you're saying is that you were not part of the generation of vipers too, because you are about 74 years old. So how long these vipers are, it's only now the vipers start? And I made it my business to educate and inform. I spent millions of dollars educating and informing. Who may say whatever they have to say. The most important thing, we have drummers now. We have people who understand the tradition more. Because I decided to hold on to my motto, never stop. When you watch and listen to the evils that was done to the African man and African woman who was tied to trees and beaten mercilessly, to the ones who were tied up, the revolutionists like ourselves, who decided we are not going to follow Massa. They will tie up and let the ants eat you right in Trinidad and Tobago. What I think this Israelite sister needs to do is find out more about the history of the Yorubas. Find out more about your history, and then you will realize that we went through hell in Trinidad, and we still survived. We are still here. We are still going through that process of evolution. And we will not stop. Nothing will be able to stop us. Nature, what is stronger than the wind? What is stronger than the river? Listen, what they're talking about? What is stronger? What could stop the river from running? What could stop the sea? Look what happened in St. Vincent. And we know the name of the energy. What is the name of that energy? I would like you to say, what is the name of that energy that is in control of the volcano? What is the name of that energy? Aganju. A while ago you said that they say that where does Ifa thing come out from? There's a particular chant that we chant for Ori and a chant that we chant for Ifa. Mania umbele orumbela baba reba, mania umbele, mania money, money, Orumila Baba Reba, money, money, money. This is songs that we sang.
Ashe.
So if I was always here, but because of the slave ships, a lot of things was hidden. A lot of things could not be practiced, I should say. But we still held on, and we are still here.
Yes.
We are still here,
yes.
and we will continue to be here.
Ashe.
I don't want to take up any more time. You know, it is always a pleasure.
Thank you, Baba.
Always a pleasure. Yes. You know, when I speak with brothers of the same kind who realize the ills of Massa and what we have been through. Our ancestors are employing us in our room, and may they continue to strengthen us, because the battle just started.
True.
And we will not lose this battle.
At all.
Peace, love, and prosperity.
Thank you, Baba.
To one and all.
May you continue to live long, and may your children receive the blessings of the work that you are doing now. Ashe. When he said our children, in one of the taboos of Ejiogbé is that persons must never pursue wealth at the expense of children, you know. Never pursue wealth at the expense of your children. Persons who Ejiogbé comes for, you know.
So what we're gonna do right now is pay
the bills.
Pay some bills, because you know we reaching out to members of the community, you know, who have businesses. If you want to advertise, get your business out there on the Ifarisha Way of Life here. The next one coming here. Aboro aboye aboshishe.
Agbato. Well, after the firehouse, I know where to start.
Yes, Baba Mello, how things is Baba Mello, yeah. No, you can
just go, just listen to the trend.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's just nice to hear that the struggle is still on. First I say Aboro aboye, Baba Shaka.
Yeah.
Ogbato, Astori, Iwer, Ofun.
Maybe continue the struggle, continue the work.
Yes, we have to continue, and we must never get weary.
Weary.
We must never get too weary.
Our Babalaos, we speak honorable fellas, and they are working hard, and I think the new generations, we have to elevate them as high as we can elevate them.
Ashe.
You know? Because when we look at where we are today, you know, we have been continuing our struggle that many others has fought, and they has yet not seen the results. And I just tell people, I just working at when I pass on, and I meet the others, I could tell them, yes, somebody did it. You know? Because we always look for the present, but we never study. The hereafter is also an aspect of our tradition. And when we go in the hereafter, we have to be able to carry the message. Yes, Awa Lotumishe and Baba Shaka. Well, next few years, all will be the Babalaos and the Opa.
Benny.
You know? But as kind of just to cool it down from Baba Ejiogbé, Baba Mitch.
Yeah.
You know? It's just say, you know, going back to Ejiogbé. Ejiogbé speaks of alignment.
Benny.
And our struggles really is towards finding our alignment personal and then extend it to the community.
Ashe.
You know, and as we see people still holding on to other belief system, but not knowing. If I loloni, if I lolola, if I lotuna pelwe, if I has rule today, if I rule tomorrow, and if I will still rule the day after tomorrow.
Facts.
So as we continue the struggle, may IFA continue to guide us.
Ashe.
And may we continue to lay the foundation for the children and children to come.
Ashe. You
know? Yeah, that alignment. As Ejiobe speaks in many parables, I think we as elders, I think we have to, as I was saying, we have to come to a point of sitting down together and say, okay, this is what we have to start to print our books or print the odus or the messages that we want our general public to understand us, so all of we will speak on the same line and find that uniting bond, you know. Because all the communities, the Egbe community, the Egungun community, the Orisha community, they all belong to Ifa. Yeah. I said, continuing doing hard work in terms of the education system. And we have to push the that our schools, not one school we need to build many schools.
Facts.
Correct.
Yes.
We have to build many schools. And as I always tell all the hours there as expert me, I say we have every Babalawo supposed to have said they did a center for 100 children in their community.
Benny.
That we could correct it where we messed out. Because at initiating at the age of 45 and trying to compare if I still won't even touch him or Mila Barack Boniregu. And many of us will be struggling, but if we start from small, build our schools, build our community from our young ones, put that energy. Let me stop fighting to who's to be head and who's to be ruler and who's to be chief. And put that energy.
Say that again. Baba Malo, say that again, Baba Malo. Say it a little louder. Say it.
We have to stop the fight for titles and headship and leadership and put that fighting energy towards educating children.
So true. So true.
As Baba Aurela is doing with the young youths. Somebody have to take the minors and somebody have to take the infants.
When we see Banjela Fakayode, he picked up where he educating the youth right now, the IFA School of Enlightenment.
Yes.
Has been going strong. You know, they are one of the strong sponsors of the show here. Yeah. And Zinga Reid along with Iya. I can call her anytime. She's always available. She now told me, Ala to me, you owes me. But Epa Orisha.
And we have to give the support. I mean, we in South, you know, and I can't give 100%, but those that are closer to the year should be given extra support.
Yes.
You know, those that are in the central, find Baba Ruela.
Sure.
Give them the support. Those that are south, let we come together and get the support. Because it is nice that we could all dress up nice and go to our festivals and fill up a crowd and sing, but we have to be able to show the children the legacies.
That is important.
Yes.
When you go to Kunupia, you see some beautiful temples, but you can't see none of ours. And you go Pinal, you see some big statues of the deities.
Yeah. And if it tells us to be futuristic, think down the road, make sure that we put things in place for our children.
Exactly. And we have to, as I mentioned, you do that has spoken, we are coming to a close of the messages. And yet we have not really put the message of IFA to the community. Being futuristic, knowing IFA will take care of his children, knowing that we have to build from the family before building the community. Facts, so let heads of family sit and pray with the children. These are the messages IFA given for our alignment to become any perfect humans.
Or Omoluabi.
That is correct.
Omoluabi are the ones that has achieved correct Iwapele and the ones who are well in line with their destiny. That is who we are striving to become.
And I understand my people, Iwapele don't mean just trying to be nice. Iwapele mean building your character, manifest your Orisha in your life.
Facts.
Manifest your Odu in all your works. That is the character. So when they see you, they say, Ejiobe, or that is a child of Obatala, that is a child of Shango. Not just because you manifest the Orisha. It means that you're living the life in the manner and the way, in the highest manifestation.
Sure.
As I knew, we was speaking to the Orishas that speaks mostly in Ajogbe, be it Obatala, Shango, and Ori. It is all saying that with a cool head and the strong will of Shango, that our Ori will take us on the pathway to fulfill our destiny.
Facts.
This is the message I would like to bring. But sorry, I could not make it there, but
that's okay, Baba.
The energy is positive and it is strong. If I will open the way for us, if I will enlighten us, and I will always be there to protect us and support us.
May you continue to be blessed, Baba Mello.
So,
May you continue to bless you and guide you. May Old Melia continue giving you the wisdom that is needed to impart the knowledge and spread it on to the youths. May Obatala continue molding you and giving you that creativity. May Shango continue giving you that justice needed in this life, in this marketplace that we live in. May all be well with you. May your ancestors always continue fighting and guiding you. Ashe.
I do pay you. Thank you. Yeah. All blessings. We'll chat again.
Yes, Baba. Thank you very much. Have a next call here. Aboro Yabo Shishe.
Good night, Baba.
Good night. Good night. Good night. We hear you loud and clear.
Good night. All right. Okay, when I grab you home. There is a Baba that say something early on. And I want to say that with things like that, it brings the Yoruba consciousness close to me. In recognizing...
Caller, now you're too good. I don't know if the phone away from you. I don't know.
In recognizing that the word Israel is really a handed word from ISIS.
Yes, he said that.
Say that is because not knowing the big thing about Orisha, although I'm still looking at Africa well to recognize the different cultures and religion or culture that pass through the whole of Africa basically, especially when it was coming from a place like Egypt. And when you talk about the kinds of what they used to call Nigeria, which I look at the Bantu, who eventually created the empire of Zimbabwe, and as linking with the Kafir from South Africa, and you look at the religion. And when you look at the religion, after hearing the Babalawo just now, who said that the Israelite name is a handed-down name away from ISIS. Now that is a piece of history. That piece of history made me know personally that Egypt is a strong consciousness that passed in our lives and we never recognize. Imagine people going to tell me, the Pharaoh, to run from Egypt. It beats me plenty that are Israelites running from Egypt, running from a Pharaoh. And the man who running from Egypt is me, as a Pharaoh. Hey, brother, Babalawo, thanks for that information. It says plenty to the knowledge of the success of this culture.
Thank you very much.
That's all I will say tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you.
Seek the truth. Seek the truth. Seek the truth.
Yes.
Seek the truth.
You know, the truth will set us free. I have in my presence here, I have my sister, Aina. I'm in a call out. I have an next call here. Come back to this now, sister.
Yes.
Blessed night, my brother.
Blessed
night.
night.
And sister there too with the eyes.
Yes, I.
Stuff alright. What a way, a truth, a people, spiritual inheritance. You know, it was very conference this night from brethren there.
Yes.
And especially when he say, man, tell him it is where you have a lot of vipers out here. You ain't supposed to teach nobody nothing. And the good Lord say each one teach one. And my brethren, he get him right. I love that speech more. So we are the speech of these vipers. 10 most vipers and he's the biggest viper. You understand? It's something else.
Yes.
But good program. Love stay every time. You know how it goes.
Love in the house.
Yeah, I know you always locked on, always locked on and listening,
Within
Thanks for
the
the
fire,
support. Yeah.
Man became, I love our job, within the foundation. Man, being a youth coming up among Shango Baptist. It was love, plenty. Not to reveal, but just like a time. Their love still, respect.
Yes. Thank you very much. He's always supportive on any program here on the Shit 919 FM, Rastafari, that's called him. So, my sister, she's here, Thanks for coming. Last minute call.
As I said.
And you made it.
How can we refuse the call of responsible people?
Yes. And you said, Shaka, she said we win. We win.
Don't worry, we can fix that.
Yeah. We'll fix that.
What's wrong with that?
So the topic is EGOP.
Yes, the topic is EGOP.
But before you start,
while they're talking, go ahead. I'll play some bills just now. They can talk by the time I'll tell you when. I want to pay some bills because see the people who does make it happen.
You have to give
yes,
them
we
that.
have to give them that, People only continue showing support for this program. We are here. It's no need to hide again and go to the top of the mountain and hide. We here. Social media.
Yes.
As our brother say, if I should tell me tonight, even Shakara said, let we use Orisha technology. Let we use it.
The curse is over. There's a verse
yes.
we find up under Heroes too that says the curse is over. We have the opportunity to be healed and to heal. We have no reason to hide who we are. We could proclaim it. See the mountaintop you talk about, we shouting it from the mountaintop. We are here and we need to be that beacon and that light for those who need it.
Yes, so we're gonna pay some bills and come right back at you folks.
The Ifor Orisha School of Enlightenment is here and ready to welcome all children ages 2.5 to 5.5 years old to learn in a unique and exciting environment. Who are the Yoruba people? Where was the Mali Empire? Who is Gangang Sera? What is Ifor Orisha? Your child will learn the answers to all of these questions and more. Our Ministry of Education approved curriculum includes storytelling, drumming, drama, music, dance, and other exciting teaching tools. We offer learning in a caring, safe space as we instill positive values. For more information and to register your child, like us on Facebook or call us at 366-7558. The Ifor Orisha School of Enlightenment, a preschool that will transform your child.
The Ifa Orisha Way of Life is kindly sponsored by Omo Inu, All Things Woman. Their contact number is 365-4332. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. They are the Women's Haven distributor for Trinidad and Tobago. We also have the Lock Duck. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Their contact number is 352-5706. We are also sponsored by Bridal Bouquet TT. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Their contact number is 491-7539. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Thank you.
Sponsors for the Orisha Way of Life. Nice Nuts Quinlan Brand, bottled coconut water for the freshest and the most purest coconut water. Their contact numbers are 716-6396. Kamara's Culture Store, the #1 important supplier of genuine products from Africa, located at Adams Bazaar, Main Road, Shoguanas, 672-8438. 320-8866. Gossip Gel Police 382-7587. Pedi Barisi 398-4474. Temple Ojuba Orisha, Umelo, Egypt Village Shogunas. Banjela Music Productions. Nubian Experience, clothing that tells part of our rich African history. Number 6 Woodford Street, Arima. Contact number 688-1979. Oriyomi Nicole Huggins, Health and Wealth Lifestyle. Number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Onyx Trading, Wholesale and Retail Minimart. Number 1 Cemetery Street, Dago Martin.
O batala yepa yepa 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 o batala yepa
Ola.
Hello, good night.
Pleasant good night to you, Ola.
Well, I am so honored to see my loving sister tonight on the program. Aina.
Yes, my dear. Yes, sister.
It's about Aina 4 times.
Miss Juliana. Come on,
Juliana.
It's about
Miss Juliana Archer. It's a pleasure.
I love you. I love you. I love this program. Oh my, it's a blessing. But 3 things I just wanted to mention tonight. Based on the Odu that is being discussed tonight, 2 major ideas came to my mind. Is that one thing I recognize that Odu basically deals with is respect and to be humble. And many of us younger ones in the tradition have a temperament to believe and behave that even though we may witness things that may not be right or just, we feel that we have the right to open our mouth and scold our elders. That is totally wrong.
Facts.
All I can say is that all that means is that you learn from the experience and make sure that when you become an elder, you don't repeat that.
Facts.
And the only way you cannot learn and teach at the same time is either you come to learn or either you come to teach. But a lot of times persons have certain experiences and their ancestors and their wishes will speak to them and they want to teach. Everything has a time and a place. And if we were to humble ourselves and receive the information that our elders are giving us and internalizing it and apply it to ourselves, then we'll be much more equipped and prepared for our time when it is our time to teach. That's it. Second thing is that beside, a lot of us like to use the word respect, and respect is very much part of the ritual, but it's a state of mind and a state of being. You cannot expect to be respected and you don't want to give respect. Many times I've been met with people, adults, in and out of the tradition that have tried to disrespect me. But because of the respect that I have shown to them, they have been forced to respect me. So how the energy you give out is the energy you attract to yourself. Even though a person may have originally intended to do the negative, Ifa has a way of turning things around.
Sure.
Favor. And lastly, I think this show has even greater balance with that era present, and I hope to see her there more often. Enjoy the rest of the night, gentlemen and ladies.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and we're listening, you know. We always have the doors of the Ifa Orisha Way of Life open for the ears, and those had 2 years here last week, but we'll be having more.
That is good.
We'll be having more.
What Miss Archer touched on is one of the things critical to Ethiopian children, and that is about respect.
Benny.
She also mentioned the importance of it's important for everyone, but specifically for Ethiopian children. You see, of all the people, you don't want to treat them unjust at all. The repercussions will be severe, specifically. There are even